And we're up to the last race of the morning before the lunch break. It is the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. Jennifer Titterington up against Diana Dymchenko of Azerbaijan. So Dymchenko racing for Azerbaijan now. She's an international sculler, having raced the single at World Cup events. And also we've seen her featuring at the World Rowing Coastal Championships over the last couple of years as well. So very experienced sculler, 44 years of age.
And she finished 6th at World Cup 2 in Varese, so coming off of this with some fresh race experience. Which
She's making me feel very lazy.
Hey, as someone who started rowing when they were 27, I love it when I see, especially women in a later age, dominating in this sport, because it's a whole body sport. You can do it well into your 30s, well into your 40s, and this is fantastic to see. And she's definitely done a great job off the start here, looking really calm and in control. She's going to know it's going to be a long race.
And it's not just it's about the mindset, isn't it? Being able to kind of keep pushing yourself every year, to keep training, keep racing, keep performing. But she's dying to win at Henley. She's unfortunately been knocked out in the semi-final 3 times, so she's dying to win this event at Henley.
Wow. Fantastic to see Dymchenko back here and giving it another crack, but there on the left of your screen is Jennifer Titterington qualifying for Henley in the Princess Royal in 2021, the Stoner Challenge Trophy in 2019. She's a former national open water swimming medalist, and now here in the Princess Royal again in 2023. She was 3rd in the women's single at the Ghent Regatta and 2nd at the Wallingford Regatta. She won the B final at the Met Regatta on Saturday.
But that challenge, isn't it? You got an international race and a club level athlete, and just the difference is, you know, we know it's quite huge, but it's that opportunity to go up against someone of Dimitri's kind of caliber, just see where you are. You know, it's an experience, isn't it?
It is part of what makes Henley though, and we've seen some incredible upsets in those sorts of matchups. I mean, who can forget Matt Brigham and Mahe Drysdale in the Diamond Sculls and that upset? So it's one of these regattas where anything can happen, and maybe if Mahe's listening, he might not want to be reminded of that. But
he was definitely, I saw him in the bar, probably. That's what he doesn't want to listen to that.
But it is what makes this regatta so special and so exciting.
And interesting as we watch the hands here, just a little bit of a different finish between the two scullers. Here you can see that she can fit almost an orange between her fists as they come into the finish. That's when her hands are right at her body. Whereas it looks like Diana has a little bit of a wider layback. Her hands are allowing to travel just a little bit wider, giving her maybe a bit more length.
And I think that's a beauty. There's so many different styles of different ways of kind of moving a boat, but it's what works for you, and especially when you're in a crew, as long as you're doing it all together. And that's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, thankfully this isn't a dressage event. Lots of cheers from the crowd here as they go by. So in a single, because the shells are lighter, they're carbon fiber, they're hollow, they can be affected by the wind. So if that tailwind switches to a cross, it can almost fishtail a little bit underneath you. So that's why we see both athletes making small adjustments, and those adjustments are coming from applying a little bit more pressure on their left or their right foot or on the handle to make small steering corrections.
Also, it's quite challenging with that wash, isn't it, in the small boat. It moves along from one side to another. You may see the athletes kind of touching the water a bit more than they would do in a larger boat, because they don't have that kind of stability that you would have in a kind of an 8 or a Cox 4.
Dymchenko starting to look pretty relaxed now. She's really got the look back on Titterington. She'll be looking to conserve a little bit of energy, knowing that there are still several days to go and to progress through the all-important semi-finals later in the week, which she wasn't able to do in 2018, 19 or 22. Will this be Dymchenko's year? She's coming down past the crowd now towards the finish line.
Looking so in control here. Conserving for the next race. And plenty of applause for both athletes.
Crossing the line there, it is Diana Dymchenko from Azerbaijan, as Jennifer Titterington races down to the line, ending her run here at Henley Regatta.
But the opportunity to race Diane, you know, Jennifer had a great experience there. You know, she may not thought she could beat Diane, but to go up against her, have that experience, and it brings that uniqueness of Henley to life once again. You know, a club athlete racing a top international up the Henley track.